So, in a flash, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised imperishable, and we will be changed. For the perishable must clothe itself with the imperishable, and the mortal with immortality. And when the perishable has been clothed with the imperishable, and the mortal with immortality, then the saying that is written will come true: death has been swallowed up in victory. Isaiah 25:8. And so on. I mean, it's just precious, beautiful stuff. Do you see? Sometimes the myth is that when we die, we will go to heaven and be spiritual. That arises out of Greek philosophy that says that which is spiritual is true, real, good, and beautiful, and that which is physical is not true, ugly, sinful, and not true. But when God made the universe and created humanity, God said it was by gum good. It's been marred by sin. But in Christ, sin is overcome, and creations, creatures, you will be good, clothed in the righteousness, goodness of Jesus. And you will still have a body, and God will go, just what I had in mind. That's what it means in Genesis when God says, and God saw all that he had made, and behold, it was very good. Very good is not like a qualitative measure exactly. It's just what God had in mind. I said, let there be light, blam, light. Oh, just what I wanted. I'm going to make humanity. Humanity. Ah! I love it when it turns out just the way I want it. And someday, after all of the marring of sin in your life, God will raise us to life, ready for life in eternity, in a body, ready for eternity, and God will look at you clothed in the righteousness of Christ and go, oh, just the way I wanted Jim to be. Ah, just the way I wanted Carolyn to be. There you are. Whoa. Let's be together forever. You will not be there and be perfect because there is something in you that exists whether God likes it or not. You will exist because the Creator wants your fellowship for eternity.
Are you just talking about personality?
Nope. No, I'm talking about bodies. Body, body, body. Real bodies that can be touched like Jesus.
But you said there'd be something in us that...
There is nothing in us that will exist for eternity without God allowing it. God has absolute control over life and death and identity. And you and I cannot stand before God with Invictus and say, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. Here I am, God, in my unconquerable soul. Take that. This is the way I choose to live. I choose to live for eternity on you. You can't do anything about it. Really? God who made a 13.7 billion-year-old universe, and we're going to tell God, I continue to exist because it pleases me? That's the affirmation. Okay, now, on the back of your paper, one more exercise. That's why, by the way, the Creed says, I believe in the resurrection of the body. The idea of the immortality of the soul is biblically defensible, but it is a minority report, and in general is very easily caught up in Greek philosophy. And the dominant biblical witness is resurrection of the body. On the back of your paper, would you please draw a circle that has a little space, a little openness at the top. The circle that doesn't go all the way around. That looks like that.
Big circle.
Big circle, no dinky circles, because... Yeah. Okay, more homework for a bright bunch. Sometimes we do timelines, you know, and timelines kind of start at the beginning and they go along in a straight line and then they end here. But a timeline wouldn't be very useful to talk about the incarnation. So we're going to do a time almost circle. Okay? And it's a time circle that of Jesus. And where does it start and where does it end? Where does it start? Think about it. And don't say anything for a bit so that your neighbor can think about it too.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Where does it start? Think about it. And where does it end? You thinking? It doesn't end, does it, with the cross?
No.
Does it end with the resurrection? No. And where does it start?
Not with the birth.
Not with the birth. Where does it start? Good. Time circle. Ready, set, put events on here from an eternal perspective and a historical perspective in the next 4 minutes. Just anything that comes to you about the life, about the eternal Word who became flesh. That's John chapter 1. Okay? Just wade in, do the best you can.